Okay, some more number work. In this case here now we've got cost of 74 tickets, each costing £37. We need to multiply here, don't we? We need to do 74 times 37, right? That's what's going on here, because each ticket costs £37. Now when you multiply, there are a variety of ways you can multiply. I would recommend the box method, but you stick to whichever approach you're used to, okay? And with the box method, very simply, you split up the 74, okay, you partition it into tens and units, and you do the same then for 37. So 74 becomes 70 and 4, okay, 37 becomes 30 and 7, okay. So when you multiply then, there we go to each box, okay, and we just focus on, and for this box we focus on the 70 which is above and the 30 here. So 7 times 3 is 21, and add the 2 zeros on, so 2,100. We go to this then, and we've got 4 on the top and 30 over here, so 4 times 30, well 4 times 3 is 12, and add the 0. This box here, 7 times 7 is 49, add the 0, and then this box here, 4 and 7, multiply them, you get 28. Okay, all you've got to do then is add these together, so 2,100, 490, 120, and 28. Add them together. Add the units column, you get 8. Add the tens column, that's 13, so 3 carry 1. Add the hundreds, that's 6, plus the 1 is 7, and then you've got your 2 there. So 2738. Okay, that's your answer there, 2738 in pounds. Now, question 8, it says, which of the following numbers is the answer to 57 times 38? Without working out the full multiplication, write down which one is the answer. So they're asking us to use a bit of intuition. It's only worth 1 mark. Okay. Now what's key to this? If we look at the previous question, right? If you notice there, that ended in an 8, didn't it? Okay. And think about why it ended in 8. Okay, look at the units here. All the units actually are 0 until you get to this one here, which is an 8. That came from this multiplication here. That came from when you did the 4 and the 7, when you multiplied them together. Okay? And that gave you 28, so that meant we ended in 8. So it's all about the units. Okay? It's just the units in your question determine what goes here. And because we had 4 times 7, those were the units in this case, and they came to 28. It ended in an 8, that's why we had an 8 there. Same applies here. This ends in a 7 and an 8. So 7 times 8 is 56. So your answer's got to end in a 6, which makes it that one. Okay, 2166. Let's just have a look at a couple of these. Okay, it says use the fact that 37 times 52 is 1924 to write the answer to the following. Okay. Now this is like multiplying decimals. Okay, there's a video on that as well. When you multiply decimals, if you were to multiply this, okay, what I would advise you is to remove the decimal points first and do 37 times 52. Okay. Now they've actually given it to us, haven't they? 37 times 52, which is 1924. Okay, but of course, what you do then is when you multiply decimals and you've removed the decimals, you then go back to the question and see how many decimals are there. You've got 2 there, so you've got to have 2 in the answer. Okay, so 19.24. This one, okay, well, if you use what we've got, 37 times 52, again, is 1924, so use what they've given us. The 37 here is identical, okay, it's exactly the same. So we're not going to change anything here. But the 52 has become 520. Okay, you've added a 0. So in effect it becomes 10 times bigger, which means my answer comes 10 times bigger. So my answer to this, we need to add a 0 onto it. With the last one then, okay, this is about working backwards. If of course we know this is true, 37 times 52 is 1924. Okay, then we could think, we're taking that 37 over, okay, taking that 37 over and divide, okay, and it will sort of be a bit like this. But of course, in here we've got 192.4 divided by 37. So we're happy about taking that 37 over and dividing, but I need 192.4. There's a decimal here. Okay, so in order to have a decimal point here, you need to have a decimal point here. So you need to have, I've got one decimal place here, so you need to have one decimal place here. So I'm going to put that there as 5.2, and then I can do the division as I said, and now we've got exactly what they've got here, and our answer is 5.2. Okay, last one, given that's the case there, write down the value of this. Okay, and we very similar principle. Okay, in this case 47 we would take over and divide, alright, but it becomes 0.47. so let's just change that first to 0.47. Let's just change it as we would want it. Okay, that's 0.47. Now in this case now I've had two decimal places, so that means there's got to be two decimal places in my answer. So I'm changing that to this. I've made this to be two decimal places, so that means 2 in the answer. And now I'm sort of going to get like this. Of course I can take that 0.47 down now and divide, but look at the top there, it's not quite as I need it. Okay, if you compare these, that is actually 10 times bigger, so I need to make this 10 times bigger. Now in order to make this 10 times bigger, I need to make something on this 10 times bigger. Okay, so I made that 10 times bigger by putting the point here. But I need to make something on this 10 times bigger. Now I'm going to leave that as it is because I want it as 0.47. But if I make this 10 times bigger, I can add a 0. And now I can perform my calculation. Okay, and now I've got my what I want there, and I've got my answer. So 2350 is my answer.